back in the react to Ponytails and Mopey fanfic, Float, Tragedy Darkfic, Friday 13th special. Oh man, I hate that date, but it's okay. AirPods in, gotta connect them. Windows key don't work, so we're good. Keyboard, need to buy another one. I'm not crazy, y'all crazy. Shut up. Oh crap. Well, hold on, I gotta fix something else. I might kill everything, but yeah. Hello, testing, blasting, med testing. Booyah, got it. I got issues. Shut up. Okay. Search. A search of I can spell. Oh shoot me. Y'all staying with me on this. There we go. Nah, we're not doing that today. And it didn't even connect. Why? That's the wrong one. Why didn't you connect? Excuse me, sir, ma'am, whatever you want to be called. This is about Scribbler? Dang. Okay, Bluetooth another, I thought it was about Lost, but hey, Scribbler, I like her too. Okay, so why don't you work for me? Oh, I got speakers, that's why. Haha. That's louder than loud can be. Okay, so this right here is by Scribbler Productions. My next video, I already know what it's gonna be. Twice the Brony. It's gonna be your reaction that you suggested to me. But I want to do another horror one. Listen, I'm loving it, okay? I'm loving it. Friday 13th. Freaking hate that day, but whatever. Is what it is. Can't control the weather. What? The weather has nothing to do with anything. Now, it says Grimdark. Chark. It says Chark. Tragedy Darkfic, one word, Chark. Charark. Blark.
Now, Sugar Cube.
Now, Sugar Cube, we're gonna die. Huh?
Apple Bloom pouted, folding her forelegs across her chest.
Come on, sis. Just read me one more story.
I'm sorry, but that Apple Bloom voice though threw me off guard.
Applejack
sorry.
chuckled, low and warm, like the distant.
Not saying I can do better, because we know I can't. I can't even do a country accent.
Right. I ain't gonna keep you up for too long, you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I
He
hear.
turned to the bookshelf, pulling out a faded purple book with a battered
Purple.
cover.
Oh no, it's
This
the.
here's called The King of Leaves.
Oh, never
Once
mind.
upon a time, there was a beautiful queen.
Beautiful queen.
Fabulous kingdom. She was a fair and just ruler, loved and valued by her subjects, and under her careful watch, the kingdom was rich and well fed.
Okay,
The queen had a daughter
that's nice.
that she loved dearly, more than anything else in the world. The queen's daughter was young and eager, with eyes wider than any dinner plate in the whole royal palace.
That's called a squid
She
eye,
had a
bro.
penchant
Got a
for
squid eye. Get that chicken out. It's not
and it was
good.
said that there weren't a thing in the world that could keep her from a good adventure,
I'm sure.
for better or worse.
Better or worse? What the freak you mean for better or worse? It's called Float, by the way, so I think we'll all float too. Instant ban from YouTube.
The
I said
roosters
that.
weren't crowing
I know
when
my action.
Applejack woke
I
up.
spit on my screen.
She shot up in her bed, tossing off
Gooey
the
it.
quilt that Granny Smith had made last winter,
Never
and
mind.
whipped her head toward the window in a panic. The sun
Panic.
had already risen,
Yeah,
and its
I
golden
panicked.
beams were stretching out towards her.
Concern it!
She swore, leaping from her bed.
Oh, did the Timberwolves get to him again? Mate,
Who?
you up?
There was no reply.
Must be up already. What time is it?
Applejack snapped
Friday,
her
4 in the
hat onto her
afternoon.
head and tore down the stairs, mentally running through the list of chores she had to do. She
You got
paused
chores?
at the front door, glancing
Who has
into the
tours
kitchen.
nowadays? Like,
The blinds were strangely drawn, casting dark, eerie shadows across the room. Her
Okay.
ear twitched as she detected a faint dripping noise, but she quickly realized it was coming from the sink.
Oh, concern it.
Applejack went over to it and fiddled with the knob, yanking on it several times.
just turn it
The
off. It's not
faucet
hard.
continued to drip, and Applejack let out a huff of air.
Gonna have to get a wrench and deal with this later.
Shooting
Or just cut the
daggers at
water off
faulty
until you can
plumbing,
find a
Applejack
same time to
trotted
deal
out
with
of
it.
the kitchen
That's also a
and
reason.
stepped onto the porch.
Reason?
But Before her hooves hit the ground,
Uh-oh.
her blood ran cold.
Oh, no.
Mike?
Several
He's
steps
dead.
ahead of her,
Ha!
on the path to the
Got him.
orchard, Big
Got him.
Macintosh was floating. His massive body was suspended several feet in the air, back facing the ground and head tilted backwards.
Oh, he
Her
dead.
brother dangled as if he were
He
a puppet on
dead.
a string, his legs
Like God calling up to heaven, but stopped halfway through it. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said. Let's
splayed
continue,
out
shall we?
at odd angles.
Mike?
Mac? Big Mac?
Applejack ran closer,
Are you dead?
her eyes wide
Big Mac?
as
No!
they soaked in the scene. A wagon full of fruits lay below him, tossed on its side. Apples
What
rolled
happened to
around
my man,
beneath her
bro?
hooves, bobbing up and down in shallow puddles as she skidded to a halt, looking up at him. Big Mac's eyes were wide open, staring yet empty. His
What am I
pupils did
looking
not
at here?
move or dilate.
I had the same issue with
And
the last
even
video. What the frick am I
sunlight
looking
did
at?
not seem to change their hue.
Right?
Applejack narrowed her own eyes and realized that he was not completely still. His body was moving slightly, and his mane was fluttering in the wind.
So he's alive
He
then.
bobbed up and down
He's alive.
like a bottle at sea.
Mike?
Okay.
She called up to him, but he didn't react. His eyes remained trained on the sky, his face twisted in some strange, sullen expression.
Mike, can you hear me?
Nah, he
Come on,
can't.
Say something. Please, say something.
It's alright, AJ. I can't do a back accent. If I could do a country accent, I probably could do a Big Mac accent, but I can't. So I'm just gonna shut up there.
The only response was the rustling of the leaves from
Yep.
the orchard. Applejack shuddered,
Who's rustling?
pacing in a small circle.
Oh,
The
her.
puddles beneath her hooves were icy, but even the sting of the cold water did not seem to penetrate the numbness that had overtaken her. She glanced again into the orchard and paused, suddenly mesmerized by the shifting of the branches and leaves.
Hey, yo, you better go back
Even as
inside.
she
Don't
stood in
look
the
at it.
shadow of her brother,
Don't look
floating
at it.
several feet above her, something about those rhythmic, minuscule motions transfixed her. It took a great deal of effort to pull herself away from the hypnotic patterns they made, and
Yeah.
to refocus. She
Refocus.
inhaled deeply, trying to stem the anxiety building in her body.
Not gonna happen.
Okay. Calm down, AJ. There's gotta be... There's gotta be a reason for this.
There never is a
Maybe
reason
he
for nothing. It
Picked
just
up
happened.
a magical artifact or something. Or some rotten villains at work again. Yeah, that might be it.
Applejack cleared her throat and
I mean,
glanced up
good
at her
reasoning, but it's probably not it. It's probably not.
I don't know if you can hear me,
I
but
can't.
I'll get to the bottom of this.
Good luck with
Applejack
that.
tried to will her heart rate
Even
back
Twilight
to normal.
Sparkle's floating in the
Whatever
sky.
was going on,
She
she
did.
could fix it.
No, you can't.
I'll find Twilight and the girls. We'll fix this together.
Spike's even floating up there
I'll
with his
fix
dumb
it.
self. Yeah,
Applejack
good luck with
turned
that, AJ.
and headed for the town, but she had only
That is
taken
Spike,
a few
right?
steps
I know.
before she froze
Too
again.
ugly to recognize.
Oh, sweet Celestia.
Too ugly.
Miles above Ponyville,
Uh-oh.
where no Earth ponies had the business of being, floated dozens of rigid, motionless ponies.
So is it only our ponies or is it every pony? Like, who is it? Can Pegasus fly out of it or are they in a trance?
Applejack?
Applejack blinked.
Hey, but yeah! She ain't
refocusing
there,
on the
buddy.
book in her lap.
You about to die. It's about to be over for you.
Sorry,
You're about to...
Shark Cube. I just drifted off for a second.
Wait, what?
Where were we?
She cleared her throat, locating the next section of the story as water continued to hammer against
Oh,
the
it's
window.
a story they're reading, so they're not actually dead.
But it weren't perfect in the kingdom. Nearby there was another world, one ruled by the King of Leaves. The King of Leaves was a cruel ruler.
King
The
of Leaves.
rumors of the wars he
You gotta be really down bad to be the king of leaves. Bro. The king of rocks would have been even better than king of leaves.
inflicted on his subjects reached
Bruh.
far and wide across the land.
Bruh.
The queen heard these rumors and was afraid. She feared that one day the King of Leaves would try and take
King of
away
Leaves.
her beautiful daughter, the only light left in the
I
world.
hate to say it, bro.
And so
You're not getting no girl with the title of King of Leaves. You're not getting no. Mm-mm. Like I said, King of Rocks would even be better than King of Leaves.
Raised an
Like,
army
come on now.
to defend her kingdom. She trained alongside her soldiers to
She
learn all
what? She
forms of
trained?
combat.
Oh, trained.
Because
Okay.
nothing would take her daughter away.
Good luck. Yep. I'm sure that's true. Until the next chapter, then she dies. Oh, this
Applejack had
crazy
long given
music
up
here.
on trying to control
like
her
this
racing
music.
heart.
You know something about to go
It
down.
was beating furiously, and blood pounded in her ears and thudded in her veins. Anxiety gnawed at her, and every couple of steps she could not help but look up at the sky. But it was clear that the floating ponies were not just Pegasi lounging around. Their limbs were rigid and protruded at strange angles, and their empty, dead eyes looked nothing like the warm, welcoming ones
So
she
yeah,
had
they
known for years. Those around the
they
outskirts
can't fly out of it
town
like I
were
thought.
floating at various
They in a
heights,
trance. They
some to the point where their features were almost indecipherable. Their faces were turned up to the sky, mouths open and barely moving, just like Big Mac had been. Several
so
times
we all
on the
dead
trip,
then.
Applejack had
Lifeless eyes,
stopped to
you
fight
said.
back tears, heaving in deep breaths and wiping her eyes clear. Her stomach churned as her mind echoed a single question. What could have caused this? As she drew closer to the town,
No idea.
another anomaly quickly
Stop
became
asking me
apparent.
that.
The small, isolated
Wait, what?
puddles had become
What'd
a
you say?
virtual river. It had started at her fetlocks, but by now it was up to her knees, and Applejack could only hope that it would
What
not
was?
get any higher.
What's up your knee?
She paused at the threshold of the farmer's market. Stalls lined the
I
streets,
missed something.
and groceries and goods floated past like the wreckage of a doomed ship.
How are they
As she
floating
carried
too?
on down the road,
They not
she
physical
saw some of the
beings.
merchants bumping up against the roofs of their stalls.
I
their
mean, they're objects, but they're not
reflections
beings.
shimmering in the water below. Applejack could
Your
not
mouth
help
look
herself.
crazy though.
She paused by the flower
What
stand
was that mouth, girl?
and glanced inside.
The freak.
A pony with a red mane floated high above the register,
Red mane.
head leaning
Oh,
back and dangling
I don't know her name, but
as
that's like
limp as
one
one
of
of the wilted
flower
flowers
girls.
that drifted past in the water.
I'm throwing a shot in the dark.
Roseluck?
Applejack
Who?
asked, drifted past in the water.
Roseluck?
Applejack asked,
Rose luck.
not expect.
Did you say rose luck? Or just rose? Okay. So rose. This will be last name. Rose luck. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know what her last name was, but I knew. Yeah, Rose. I forgot
No
about
response,
her. Not
but
gonna lie.
half hoping anyway. As anticipated, Roseluck did not reply.
Of course.
Applejack
Why would
swallowed hard and turned away from the stand with a sigh. She paused as her eyes drifted over the
Oh,
flower
tired
stand.
today. Whew.
Several bouquets had become undone, and the flowers were now suspended in the air.
Guess
How would
This
the
ain't
flowers be
telekinesis.
extended,
Applejack realized.
expanded?
when Twilight does
What'd
it,
you say?
there's a field of magic around them. Ain't there?
Cautiously,
Ain't there?
she
Yeah,
reached
there
out
is
to
normally.
caress a flower.
But
Its
now,
petals were
there's
cold
not.
and metallic,
Why they're on my
nothing
screen?
like the soft and spiky kind that Roseluck usually grew. Applejack batted at the flower, trying to knock it down. It spun in a circle
Yeah.
and instead seemed to float higher.
Yeah, you pushed
With
it
a
high.
frustrated
You're an
growl,
idiot.
Applejack tugged on her hat and turned back to the town's center. It was a strangely unsettling feeling, being on the ground while everyone else was in the air.
I was about to just say the same thing. That will be horrifying. If I go outside and see people just floating in the sky, I'd be thinking the rapture's taking place or something.
Almost
Man,
as if
that would be
they were
horrifying.
right and she was in the wrong.
Yeah,
Shaking her head to clear her thoughts, Applejack snarled under her breath.
that's not how that
Now,
worked at all.
Quit it with that nonsense. You find Twilight, and all of this'll be fixed.
No, it won't. But she's floating in midair too. She's floating in midair as well. Especially a stupid dragon bud.
Now, at first, the Queen's subjects thought this was ridiculous. They didn't see the King of Leaves as a big deal.
King of
They
Leaves.
thought that maybe the Queen was just paranoid, but she disagreed. Was it so wrong to want to keep her daughter safe?
Yes.
Applebloom poked her head up from beneath her covers
Uh-oh.
as rain beat down against the window.
I don't think I like this story.
Oh, nonsense. There ain't nothing to be scared about. It's just a story.
She says she don't like the
Applejack patted
story.
her sister on
You
the
should
shoulder.
stop reading it now.
Are you sure?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
I would stop reading the story, AJ. I would stop reading the story. She didn't sound like her. She didn't sound like her normal self.
Find Twilight.
I would stop
Find
reading the
Twilight.
story.
Find Twilight.
Applejack
finding her.
repeated the phrase under her breath, keeping her eyes as low as she could without bumping into anything.
Just find Twilight, and this'll be all over.
You
The
wish.
water was up to her shoulders now.
The
If
water,
it got any
okay.
higher, she would have to start swimming. But beneath the sound of her own voice, Applejack almost thought she could hear another whisper. She squeezed her eyes shut, raising her own internal voice to drown it out.
Just find Twilight. Find your friends. It'll be okay. You'll save Equestria again. You faced way worse.
You have
To
not.
keep herself busy,
Have you ever faced ponies
Applejack had gone through a
this
mental checklist of any
magically
enemies
floating
that
in
could
the
have been
sky?
responsible.
No? Okay then. You have
She
not
had
faced
called
worse.
Discord's name and threatened to invoke Fluttershy's wrath on him, but he had not shown himself. Cozy Glow was unlikely, and while Tirek or Chrysalis were possibilities, neither had ever exhibited any abilities capable of something like this.
Bristle's
Not
good
even
though.
Sombra had come anywhere close. Even then, this strange event bore none of the markings of their magic. Whichever villain this was, it certainly wasn't one they had encountered before. Applejack
Sure about
paused
that?
again as she caught sight of several coloured forms in the water ahead of her.
Sure about that.
She gulped, heart racing, and tugged at her hat. Quietly, she fought back the urge to look up. There was nothing worth seeing up there. There was a hint of a gasp from above, and Applejack's heart leapt. Against her better judgment, she looked up. She wished she hadn't.
AJ, Apple Bloom.
Floating far above her, in a
Why would Apple Bloom be in Ponyville? I have no idea.
circle, were 5 distressingly familiar ponies.
Okay, them.
Rainbow, Rarity,
We know who they are. You don't have to tell them, Scribbler. We know them.
Fluttershy, Pinky,
Twilight.
and
Twilight.
Yeah.
Twilight did not reply.
Body.
Her mane billowed slightly in the wind. Applejack began to cry.
Well, AJ, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Gonna cry. Okay. Well, that's not embarrassing for you at all. That it?
And then, one day, the worst happened. The Queen's daughter disappeared. The Queen was distraught, inconsolable. She knew in her heart
Telling you, stop reading that story.
King Leaves was
Stop reading that
responsible,
story.
But no one would believe her. They shied away, refusing to rally to her cries. And so she decided that if she had to fight the king herself, she would. Nothing would keep her from her daughter. Because she was the queen,
How stupid is this mayor? How stupid is she? Literally, your sister is not herself.
she was powerful. She was strong. She was unstoppable. Nothing would keep her away from the thing most important to her.
Applejack, please.
Even if she had to fight the world
What's going on?
itself. Get it together.
Applejack hissed, swiping at her eyes.
Consarn it. Applejack, get it together.
Her tears slid from her cheeks and were lost in the ocean around her legs. Through her
How is there
bleary
water
eyes,
coming up from the
she
earth?
looked
Are we
up
getting
at her
the flood
friends.
again, or like what's happening?
You're in this alone. But that don't mean it's over.
Sure.
She
You sure about
froze,
that?
glancing up again.
Twilight?
Twilight did not move, but Applejack could hear her voice carrying from somewhere.
I hear like
Applejack leapt to her hooves with a gasp,
Static type
sending
of vo- I
drops
don't hear
water
her
flying
voice.
about.
Twilight, Where are you?
She looked up with eyes
He's up
full
above,
of
you
hope,
idiot.
but her look quickly turned to despair when she noticed something.
What?
Rainbow's head was level with a nearby lamppost a few minutes ago. Now, her entire body was the same height as the town hall's weather vane. Applejack
Dang.
glanced to her right, noticing the stone fountain adorning the town center protruding from the water. She climbed it hastily as Twilight's voice continued to fill the town.
Twilight, this is your fault. You made some sort of magic failure.
As
This
she
is your
reached
fault.
the top, she looked at Rainbow
This
again.
is definitely your
The
fault.
chest was now the same level as the lamppost's peak, confirming her fears. They were indeed floating higher.
Wait, please.
So find an object that you can stand on. Hear me out. Find an object you can stand on. Jump and try your best to bring them down. Don't just stand there and watch them float higher and higher and higher. Do something about it. Try to climb a house and jump and try to bring them down to the ground. Hey, they dead anyway. So if you don't bring them down, have them touch the water, maybe they'll come back to life then or whatever. You might drown them, but hey, they're already going to die anyway, so it don't matter.
Applejack cried, extending a hoof toward her friends. She slipped, and her chin hit the side of the fountain. She felt a cold sensation wash over her and realized that the water was also rising.
Yes,
Why?
we knew that already.
There was no reply.
Applejack, please. You gotta listen to me.
Queen ventured for hours and hours, searching every corner of her kingdom.
Okay,
for the
now I'm
two leaves.
confused.
She spent the time
Why do I always get confused during these, man?
dreaming of what she would do to him when she found him. How dare he take something so bright and pure from her life? How dare he drive a nail into the world and laugh as it slowly bled away before him?
Applejack, please. Please, Applejack, stop.
The book trembled in her hooves. A drop of red hit the page.
I was about to say it's
But
just
Applejack did not stop
a
reading.
story.
She felt betrayed that her friends wouldn't help her, and betrayed that they would leave her alone and shun her.
The candlelight in the room flickered as the rain pounded on the window.
She would find him. She would kill him. She had to. She had to. She
This ain't no
had to.
regular story.
The window shattered into a million tiny pieces,
You're gonna still be reading. You're gonna still be reading the story, huh?
and the water rushed in. The water hissed as it hit the pages, dissolving the words and fraying away at the edges.
No!
Applejack cried, holding it above her head.
I gotta keep reading. I gotta.
Applejack!
Turning around, Applejack looked desperately for her sister.
Apple Bloom, where are you?
She only saw the hint of a face before it vanished beneath the waters.
A storm, Applejack.
Twilight's voice returned with venom. Applejack glanced up to see her friends above her, eyes turned down toward her while glowing white with emptiness, flash flooding from the Everfree.
No! I gotta.
The book had disintegrated from her hooves.
There's gotta be someone to be. There's gotta be something to do. Some stupid villain to put down. Someone has to be responsible.
Twilight's hoof reached for her.
You need to let go. I'm sorry, but you need to let go.
Of what?
Applejack was tempted to reach for it, but she hesitated, even as the water rose up to her chin. Her face hardened.
I can't.
Twilight floated higher and higher and higher until she was just a tiny purple dot on the horizon.
But weren't y'all in a house and weren't there a roof above you so you wouldn't be able to see that far up? I am confused. I think I get something, but I don't get the
Applejack
whole
looked
thing.
down at the pulped remains of a book beneath her hooves as the storm raged around her.
There is no penguins,
But there's gotta be.
but they're right. It was an accident. A natural disaster.
Shaking her head, Applejack frowned.
But I can't accept that. There's gotta be something I can do.
Right. I'm truly sorry.
Applejack began to turn
I think
the
I get it.
page, but her hoof could not grip the corner. It shook and trembled violently, fighting off her attempts to control it.
I think I get it. I'll explain in a minute. Y'all probably already get it, but I'm just now starting, I think.
Does it get easier?
No.
Okay, sorry that it does. It'll hurt, but you need to let go.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Let us help.
I think. I hope so. I'll let y'all know in a minute.
I can't.
Applejack answered. The book slid away from her lap and hit the floor with a thud.
I miss her too much.
Yep,
Y'all
I
keep
knew it.
floating away from me, and I just can't catch you.
I get most of it,
Even
but
as
part of it I
tears
don't
began
get.
to
I'll explain that in a
trail
minute.
down her cheek, Applejack slowly stood up. She slid onto the bed, leaning over and kissing Apple Bloom on the forehead. She raised the sheets up to her chin.
It's a
and
good story.
gently lay down,
Once I understood it.
placing her head above her sister's and hugging her tightly.
I ain't ever gonna let go.
There was a flash of lightning. Big Macintosh stood in the doorway, his expression one of stunned disbelief, and tear streaks staining his cheeks. Twilight was behind him, as were her friends. Their words were mumbled and tired, mixed with grief and love and general exhaustion. The bed was empty now, but Applejack did not care.
I ain't ever gonna let you go. Never.
I get it. Okay. So what happened was she was reading a story to Apple Bloom. She probably did that on a daily or whatever. This version of her, not like the actual MOP or whatever. If I am, whatever. She's reading a story, but Apple Bloom was already dead. And then near the end or whatever, she was like trying to keep reading the story for Apple Bloom to calm her down or help her sleep or whatever. And then Apple Bloom was already dead, and then she probably died from like a flood, is what I'm assuming. And that's about where I lose it. Now, like Twilight saying you have to let go, Twilight trying to comfort her friend, AJ or whatever. I get that part. What I don't get is her walking in Ponyville, the water rising. I mean, I get that, like, the water's supposed to symbolize how Apple Bloom died from a flood or whatever. But then she's looking up and seeing everybody floating up to the sky, floating higher and higher. That part, maybe she's saying that she's distancing herself from the world or whatever. I don't know. But that part is confusing. Just like how I explained it that just then. That explained it. Oh my goodness. Just like how I explained that then. I'm gonna go. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, subscribe, like, comment, bell notification, share. I will see you all in the next one. And as always, peace out.